even know if you can count him as Noah.
You are now tuned in to your number one radio station. Violent people. Radio.
So what's up, everybody? Tanner here. Violent People Radio, Issue 9, coming your way. And I'm joined by the utmost, most respected panel in all of professional wrestling podcasts that talk about professional wrestling sometimes. We have my boy, Chris.
Hey, what's up?
Damn, okay. Chris, very funny. The Tanner's Trivia Tournament with you in it went up on Monday, and you did almost the exact same cadence and intro. Very consistent. I like it. Up next, we got my boy Dan Rice.
I am not going to bring that kind of energy.
Try.
It's too much.
Just try one time.
Hey, what's up? I'm going to be on trivia soon, right? Next week?
Yeah, your episode goes. And then we have somebody's episode who went up last week. We got my boy Sam.
Howdy.
Oh, okay. So loud your mic only caught up about half of it. Okay.
Perfect. I love it.
Perfect. I have a hot dog update.
Oh, no.
This weekend, I ate a hot dog in 7 seconds.
Trying to figure out how to delete a podcast before you it.
And that was with no training. That was with no prep.
Yeah, that's one.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, my 3-day prep training plan, the 30 in 10 minutes is an attainable goal. And it will be happening at some point. I just don't know when.
I mean, if you can do one, you can do 30. That's what I always say.
Yeah.
Well, no, but it's just the time. Like, if it took me 30 seconds to eat one hot dog, I'd be like, oh, fuck.
But that's going to be the fastest, easiest dog. You understand that, right?
I don't think the first one is the fastest or the easiest. I would say if I can maintain, but also if I can just maintain that pace for 90 seconds.
You can't.
But if I think I can. Because I think I can get my 7 down to a 6. Or even a 5.5.
I hate that we're talking about this, but you're saying you can eat 15 hot dogs in a minute and a half if you're doing 6 seconds of hot dog, and you just can't.
Dan, I don't know. I don't know. But really, I only need to eat 10 hot dogs in a minute and a half.
I can't wait until Tanner's gone next week. We all have to
I just got told that I couldn't talk about any wrestling I've watched at all, so we could fit in hot dog talk. Like, that's all I'm saying.
Nobody said you couldn't talk about your wrestling. We have a lot of shows.
Like, we don't have time for that. I gotta talk about hot dogs.
I did not say we didn't have time. I'm just saying, did y'all want the show to go 3 hours? Which I am fine with. I'm going on vacation.
Tanner's gonna talk about the dogs.
Yeah, I mean, I had to bring it up. I'm getting flack from everybody. My mom tells me that my heart will explode if I try to eat 30 hot dogs. And I say, you can't go from no heart attack to heart attack in 10 minutes. Impossible. Literally can't happen. Which is also my theory about eating the hot dogs, is you can't go from empty to full in 10 minutes. Really. It's just impossible. It's not enough time for you to feel full. I may feel shitty in the 11th minute. But for those 10 minutes, I'm going to be prime athlete. So she told me my heart was going to explode. I've been getting shit in the former Wrestling with Words Slack. I've been getting dunked on. They're saying I can't do it. I'm getting dunked on this podcast. I'm getting dunked on in the Discord. So the whole world is against me. Which is why I think, with all the hate that I'm building for this, I think I could. I'm not saying I will, because the goal is 30 in 10 minutes. I think I could do more, but we're sticking with 30. And that's all the hot dog talk this week. That's all I got.
Do you think I hate to do this, but do you think if you do this that it should be on the same day as that Netflix Kobayashi Joey Chestnut contest?
No, because that would be like hosting the NBA All-Star game during the World Series. It doesn't make sense.
Which one are you?
No.
Which one are you in that comparison?
Hey, I'm not going to say who's who. I'm just going to say there's some All-Stars and then there's me. That's all I'm going to know. But no, it won't be on that day. Because that's on the actual Labor Day. So I have to work the next day. If and when I do it, it will be a Saturday primetime event.
Tanner, you do remind me of LeBron James.
Well, you're not the first person to say that.
Because LeBron James is one of our greatest liars.
I was gonna say he's also a liar. Yeah, we're the same wavelength there.
Yeah, but where LeBron is a liar, I mean, he is also in the greatest of all time conversation.
Yeah, the greatest liar of all time.
I don't know if y'all have seen, but LeBron and Bronny James are the highest scoring father-son duo in NBA history by quite a large margin. And I don't know if y'all know this, but Bronny James, being LeBron's son, recently drafted to the Lakers. I don't know if y'all kept up with the draft.
This actually segues perfectly into what WNBA game did you watch this week, Tanner?
I didn't have time.
Oh, okay.
Couldn't make it happen.
Too busy thinking about hot dogs.
Well, not thinking. I was putting, the work.
But you did watch Southland Tales, right?
What college football player was it a few years ago that said, "I didn't come to school for practice," and he was skipping all his practice?
Did he say?
No, are you thinking? Are you thinking about when Cardale Jones said, "I didn't come here to play school"?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I do.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Something like that. Yeah. Cardale Jones said, "I didn't come here to play school." But me, I am a student of the game. I've been watching my tape. I have reviewed the tape of Joey Chestnut eating 57 hot dogs in 5 minutes against 4 members of the active military. Which, by the way, I could definitely beat any of those people one-on-one. Besides Joey Chestnut. He's a beast of his own. But I could beat any of those 4 Navy SEALs or what.
Wow, Tanner hates the troops.
Any fucking day of the week. Any day of the week. I could beat... They couldn't beat 4-on-1. There is no situation where anybody should ever lose a 4-on-1 if you're the 4. No situation. Name a situation. The 4 of us could outscore LeBron James in basketball.
I don't think we could.
If it was 4-on-1, he literally can't guard all 4 of us at the same time. I'm just saying. I rest my case. That's enough hot dog talk for the week. Sam, take the show away.
We're talking about practice?
Yeah, take the show away, please.
What are we doing?
Take the show away from Tanner. Please don't let him have the show anymore.
So, New York decidedly is a mid-sized state.
Jesus Christ. Okay, this is worse than the hot dog
People
thing.
can skip this episode, apparently. And I actually think it might be one of our best episodes, but they're never going to get past this.
Oh.
Okay, so I watched Morishima's dark matches. You guys see that? No.
I did.
I saw it. I haven't watched it yet.
They were good.
So
I would have hired them.
What in the watching section? That's not included.
Well, it's
Guess
better than
not.
hot dog.
Okay, let's just get let's just put.
Sorry, start real quick. Chris, how you feeling about Paul Reed?
Oh, I love B-Ball Paul.
All right, loves B-Ball Paul.
Okay, I don't know who that is. Is he affiliated with the Los Angeles Lakers organization?
No.
Oh, okay.
Good stuff. All right. That was your Pistons minute.
Who else did they pick up? They picked up someone that I thought was stupid.
Tobias Harris?
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, there it is. That was an easy one.
Tobias?
Not bad contract.
Also Malik Beasley, Tim Hardaway Jr.
I forgot he got in that trade. That might not be a bad team. Like, it might not be I say a wretched team. Probably won't be a wretched team.
I mean, you're just wanting, as the Pistons organization, you're just aiming for, more than 4 wins, right?
Not the most embarrassing product in the world.
If that is your goal, then those signings actually do make sense.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
If you're like, I'd love to have 28 wins, then I get it.
I would love a real NBA player to play next to Cade Cunningham.
Then yeah,
I mean, 28 wins, that's like 7 times better than they did this season, right?
No.
They won 14, not 4.
They won 14?
Yeah.
I think if you win 4 games, they kick you out of the NBA.
Well, I definitely thought it was single digits. I didn't know if it was 4, but I definitely thought it was less than 10. Wow. Wow, Chris. Y'all really just can't have anything up there, huh?
Nope.
I mean, I guess you have Michigan college sports, but I'm going to assume you're not a Michigan fan.
I'm a Michigan fan.
Huh, okay. Not Wisconsin for whatever reason.
No, I mean, I didn't go to the University of Wisconsin.
The Providence Steamrollers only had 6 wins in 1947.
I do pro, so.
Thing to hear, because it is just not the case here. There might as well, I mean, there doesn't need to be a pro sports team in Alabama. Nobody would give a fuck, truthfully. But, whatever. Alright, what are we talking about this week?
We're doing the big top?
Man,
we're talking about all ego Ethan Page.
Oh, that's right, the big top.
The biggest top.
Chris, you had something on the soundboard ready?
It's not confidence, it's all ego. It's not confidence, it's all ego. It's not confidence, it's all ego. You're in the presence of history in the making, yo. Welcome to the Oops All Ego Spectacular. Celebrating NXT champion All Ego Ethan Page.
What's crazy is that
that
almost sounded like you just did it off your head, but that was on the soundboard, according to Tanner.
Yeah, that was all on the soundboard.
Yeah, Chris sent me the sound file yesterday for that.
Love it.
And all of this is in the soundboard. This is actually the last word on the soundboard. And now we're back. Soundboard segment over. I do find it funny. I don't know what happened to my Facebook feed, but I get a bunch of just like the dirt worst wrestling pages that pop up and oh, you'll like this. I have no idea why. I engage in zero wrestling anything on Facebook, but it will be the most horribly typed thing of all time with 1,000. They're creating new words. And one of them today was I've been seeing a lot of hate about NXT champion All Ego Ethan Page, which I don't even... Does he go by All Ego in NXT?
There's no way to know.
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe he does.
And I swear, this was a manifesto of just the world's most online person that does not have any social media besides Facebook, talking about all the reasons why we, as the fans, should appreciate NXT rehabbing wrestling superstars that have been tainted by Total Nonstop Action as well as All Elite Wrestling. It was very fascinating.
Yeah, I'm happy you found my account.
Yeah.
Now, Ethan Page has 1 million YouTube subscribers. And Tony Khan's
millions?
rid of him. Yeah, millions of YouTube subscribers.
What a fucking idiot. Does Tony Khan know anything about running a business?
No, he doesn't.
He should pick some lessons up.
Does Ethan Page really have 1 million YouTube subs?
This is Tanner not being on Twitter, man. You got to follow what's happening in the Rover. Ethan Page is breaking him.
Yeah. No, I have some very kind people in the Discord I've sent my way. Well, a few years ago when Ethan Page made some of your hottest tastemakers in wrestling Twitter sign a blood oath that they can no longer talk shit about him in exchange for backstage happenings in various major wrestling promotions, it really ruined the sport that I used to love. And that includes Rover cannot talk bad about Ethan Page because then Rover will not know what's happening in NXT anymore. And then he won't know what's happening in TNA and he won't know what's happening in AEW because all of Ethan is friends with people in all of those promotions.
He's the most powerful man in the business.
He might be. He's the most talkative in the DMs. Just behind one Maxwell Jacob Friedman. So that's all I've got.
The Blind People Discord. What a great place. Just generally speaking.
It is. As of recording, we have... How many people do we have in here now? Well over 200.
Oh, 215? That's an estimate.
220.
Is it really?
Sounds about right.
Yeah, 220.
Yeah, but it's got some bullshit that Dan brought in.
Oh, yeah. That's the beloved Big Japan bot.
Yeah.
People. That's why people bring people to Discord.
Every time someone gets upset about it, I get a little bit more entrenched.
It is funny because I'll forget about it because who the fuck is talking about Big Japan in 2024? And then somebody will type like every 3 weeks BJW, and then that bot just comes in asterisk BJPW, and then
they lose their mind.
It's always like a newer person. What the fuck is this? I type BJW, and then BJWP or BJPW.
If you try to get rid of it, I will leave the Discord. That's my favorite part of the Discord.
I'm not getting rid of it. I know at one point we talked about, but I am under the firm we can't get rid of it.
It's gotten funnier, just because it doesn't happen every day.
Yeah, when it first got in there, it was a lot. But now when it's spread out, it's so good.
Yeah, I mean, if it was a relevant promotion that people watched, it might be annoying, but
yeah, and no, it's very funny. I think it's as integral to the Discord as any of the four of us.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm still getting used to Discord. I feel like an old man. I keep forgetting there's those threads that you can look at.
Yeah, I still don't really get
the threads have never been integrated well.
Yeah, I also don't like that they disappear after like a couple of days.
Yeah, if they're not active for a certain amount of time, they disappear.
Yeah. I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And it's kind of a pain in the because I'm mostly on Discord on mobile. In fact, if I'm in the Discord, I'm on my phone. Outside of us recording this podcast, I don't know if that's same
pretty similar to me. Yeah,
but it is a pain in the ass to navigate to the threads of any Discord server on mobile. Such a pain in the ass. It's like 7 button prompts.
Threads and searching are terrible on mobile.
But I needed to get into the spreadsheet sickos for our big top this week. I wanted to make sure there's nothing I was missing.
And what is our big top? Our real big top?
I'll say it. We kind of we talked about it last week. I believe we said on the actual show we were going to do top 10 matches of the mid-year. Like each of us come with a list of the top 10 matches of the mid-year.
And then we went in the Discord and said, nope.
Yeah, we went in the Discord, which is why you should be in the Violent People Community Discord. we actually did top 5 matches of the mid-year as well as top 5 wrestlers of the mid-year. We each have our own list. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go round table style. Do we want to start with matches or wrestlers?
I feel like there'll probably be more overlap on matches. I don't know if that means it goes first or last, but...
So we should probably talk about wrestlers first.
Okay.
But what we're going to do is we're going to go round table and say if I say my number 5, say if I go number 5, Ricochet, and Sam goes, got him higher, we tabled the discussion.
Oh, he's my number 1!
Spoiler.
We tabled the discussion on Ricochet until we get to where he is at the highest on one of our lists, and then we will have a little bit of a chat about said aerial superstar. That's what we're going to do. So I guess we're going to start with unless y'all would rather start with matches, but I think wrestlers probably make more sense.
Let's do it.
All right, we're going to do wrestler. Who wants to go first? Do we want to do an alphabetical situation here? Go Chris, Dan, Sam, Tan?
Love it.
All right, Chris.
All right.
With your number 5.
My number 5 is Demus.
Higher. Great stuff.
Right,
great stuff.
Great start. Great start. I forgot what that meant.
Shut the hell up. Take it away.
All right,
Mystico is my number 5. No one's got him higher. All right. I feel like I'm so far behind in CMLL, and I still love his year. I love what he's doing in Mexico. I love what he's doing in AEW. And I think sometimes he is not the best wrestler in his matches, but he is an integral part of them, and like he's bringing the atmosphere. And I just couldn't not have him on my list, so I put him at number 5.
The aura, if you will.
Yeah, it's real.
He's got that.
He's an actual star in a business that doesn't have stars anymore.
That is true. That is true. Before we go any further, I do want to say, and I think I probably speak for everyone here, we have not seen everything. What our top 5 looks like now. Yeah, okay, Sam. I know. Okay. Our top 5s can look drastically different at the end of the year, and they will. You could ask us next week, and our top 5s will probably look different. But this is based off what we as individuals have watched up to this point. So some of us have blind spots. Some of us hate women, Dan. So
I can't wait to hear all the women on the list.
So yeah,
I'm real excited. You set you guys up. There's gonna be lots of women wrestlers on these lists.
All right.
Tanner specifically.
Sam, who's your number 5?
Zack Sabre Jr.
Higher. Creed.
What? Hold on. Did you say higher to yourself?
I thought it was like a dodo situation from Ice Age that was going on.
Just got excited.
That's one for all my cinema fans out there.
I love how Sam says 5. Zack Sabre Jr. Higher. What? Are you bidding on him? What the fuck is going on?
I would go as high as 3.5.
Wait, we got half rankings in here? Alright, I gotta revamp the whole thing.
Yeah, I have 17 wrestlers in my top 5. Okay. I'm going to say I wanted to get to more of Zack Sabre Jr. stuff. I have no doubt he would probably make my top 5. Just haven't made the time to really dig my heels into his 2024.
You know what the trick is, Tanner? You don't watch wrestling, and then it's all really heavily influenced by top matches. It's like, okay, I've watched a few matches. Here you go.
Vibes based? Well, wait till you hear my list. So my number 5, I have the War Master Josh Barnett. Who has him higher? Nobody.
Can't say I do.
That's fucking crazy. So I had a hard time coming up with 5.
It seems.
Well,
I get it.
Well, no, I had a lot of wrestlers I wanted to put in at 5, and then I thought, well, what if I just treated 5 as I would treat a number 100 in a VP 100s list. But Josh, I will say, Josh Barnett has only had 2 matches this year.
He's had 3 matches.
He's had 3. I'm sorry, he's had 3, and I've seen all 3 of them. The Johnny Bloodsport match is really fun. The Yu Iizuka match is really fun, and then the Mox match is fucking phenomenal. And I think he has been the best wrestler in all 3 of those matches, weirdly enough. And yeah, I just think he's been a really sick individual this year, and
better than Johnny Nitro.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Better than you, Izuka?
Yeah, I know. Hey, crazy. Those 2 aren't the crazy one. I mean, y'all know sometimes Josh can look a little lazy, like he's phoning it in. I don't think he's looked like that this year so far.
No, I love when Josh Barnett looks bored, but it's like, this is one of your 4 matches this year.
Yeah, but like, I mean, we talked about the Moxley match, a ton.
It's on the show of the year.
Yeah. And I don't know. He's just been really, really fucking cool this year. And on a list that is a lot of vibes, I thought I would have been remiss to not have Josh Barnett on. So yeah, Josh Barnett, number 5.
Good stuff.
All right, Chris, you're number 4.
All right, my number 4 is Avisman.
Chris, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I figured that none of you guys had him because you guys never watch Avisman. I tell you all about it. I tell you he's one of the sickest Yaves workers in the world. If y'all liking those Hachicero, Virus, Blue Panther matches, you'll dig on these Avisman matches too. But you don't listen. And he's having a great year. I mean, great matches with Flystar and Hidekari. I think my favorite might be the match with Cyber Black.
This doesn't count, but I liked his match with Solar last year.
Yeah, that was a.
I mean, I watched it this year, so it feels. I was gonna say it,
Yeah.
but then I looked at the date, and it was well in the 2023, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, he had a phenomenal year last year. He was for the VP 100. I think for people with like more than 5 ballots, he had like the highest average ranking.
Is there any chance that he was in between 150 and 101 on Audible Mentions Part 9?
Probably.
Because that page is doing numbers.
That's probably exactly where he is.
Chris looks at it every day. He's like, he should have been higher.
You should have. We'll get you next year. Also really good in the Lucha Meme's Battle of Coacalco show that just went up this past week. That features a lot of very good wrestlers like Hidekari and Avisman and Giselle Treador and Golden and CMLL superstar Zelhua. I'm sorry, my Spanish is poor. But great show. 2 really cool Avisman matches. Not my favorites of the year, but yeah, he's just having another really consistent year as an old guy ass kicker who does a lot of cool holds.
Well, hell yeah. I will try to watch one Avisman match before the FKAABTs.
Thank you.
No problem.
Do you mean that?
Well, he's not watching any AEW for the rest of the year, so
Yeah.
he's got
There
time.
we go.
He's got time.
Lots
Yeah, I
of
got the
time.
time, yeah, to lock it.
I'm not going to get talked about my number 4. It's Zack Sabre Jr.
Yeah, higher.
Has him higher. All right, Sam, you're number 4.
Demus. Let's talk about him. The match fucking rules. And the Lunatic Extreme matches. Is it? I can't remember. I don't have a spreadsheet. I only have the January match here. I've been very bad.
Didn't they just have a hair versus hair match?
They just had a hair versus hair.
I don't out yet.
It's not out.
I got dates all messed up here, but the match I did watch, great. Damus has always been great. Continues to be great. There's not much more to him than what you've known for the past several years. But he still performs at a high level. I don't know what more you could want.
I didn't get to talk about it while we were watching, but he wrestled Super Pinocchio, which is like a Pinocchio gimmick, and it fucking ruled. It was like 6 minutes long, but it was awesome. That happened like last week or something.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I regret not having him on my list now.
Chris, you did have him on your list, though.
Yeah, I had him at number 5.
Correct. Tell me why he made it on your list.
I mean, he is one of the rawest wrestlers in the world. The Mad Dog match kind of speaks for itself. I imagine we are going to be talking about it later. He does have 2 Lunatic Extreme matches, because he has the one in January, and then he has the tournament final from the Zona 23 tournament. And he is really fun in that tournament. He wrestled some, I think he's like a Texas indie dude named, Stud Stash.
Yeah. Stud Stash is actually much better than you would think.
Yeah, and that's a really fun match. Damus always another guy with just an aura. You're going to see some just extreme violence when he's out there. And he's always delivering whenever he makes tape, and yeah.
Did anyone watch the Cole Radrick match? I couldn't bring myself to do it. From GCW?
No, I have not seen a ton of GCW.
That show lineup really depressed me, so I couldn't bring myself to watch it. I'll have to see it before the end of the year, though.
I wasn't even aware that GCW bought in Damon.
It was for the Gringo Locos World on Lucha show.
Yeah, it was significantly worse card than the past few Gringo Loco produce shows.
God.
There's nothing on it that sounds like you want to watch it, except the fact that Damos is wrestling.
Damos wrestling. Wow, that was fucking crazy. Couldn't find anybody. Couldn't fucking just push Nick Gage out there for 4 minutes. Man, that's impressive. Well, I'm ready for my number 4. If y'all are ready to hear it, to receive it.
Let's hear it.
My number 4 is somebody that I haven't always I've been hot and cold on, but this year all their shit is just hitting for me just right. I have one called Manders at number 4. Obviously, I think his crown jewel this year is the dog collar match with Mad Dog Connolly. But I think even outside of that, he's had a really fun run in action all year. I haven't seen a lot of his GCW stuff, so could go down, whatever. I will say, specifically in action, the Braden Toon match I thought was a lot of fun, as establishing him as he's coming to work. Then he won their title and everything this year, so that's something. Also that Gypsy Joe Rules match from Dean. Obviously Dean is a stacked show. I don't think that match gets talked about enough. But that tag match, it's Jaden Newman and Tank against Manders and Tom Waller. That match fucking rules. I think it really set not the bar, but really it was the first great match on that show. And I think that match really gave that first hour a lot of momentum going into the rest of the show. So I thought that match ruled. The Mad Dog match, though, the dog collar match, need to go seek that out if you have not seen it yet. And I believe Manders and Mad Dog are scheduled for another match. Maybe this month at some point. I feel like at one point I saw that. I feel like at one point I saw it was supposed to happen in May, and it didn't happen. But now I think it's supposed to happen. And also possible that
July 26th, Texas Bull Rope match.
Okay, so and also, God, I should have double checked this. Is Manders in SCI?
Yes, I believe so.
So there is a possibility for Manders to have a bit of a run in SCI. You know, a lot of possibilities for some fun matchups in that. You know, he could obviously face like Tank in a singles or Mad Dog again in a singles. Adam Priest, things of that nature. So, but yeah, I've really enjoyed Manders this year. Also has a 6-man tag from WrestleMania weekend, like opposite the Astronauts. That's really, really fucking good. And I don't think anybody watched it because it happened at like 2 a.m. But yeah, that match also rocked a lot.
Have you seen him in 16 Karat?
I have not watched.
Skip that. Skip that. Oh, he'll go way down on your list.
Oh, okay.
Well, he's working Luke Jacobs.
Yeah, I know, but that match is so bad that like it just when he brought him up, that was my first thought. And he's facing TJ Crawford in the first round of SCI.
Oh well, I'll see that match live on Friday. I'll be there. All right, Chris, hit us with your 3.
All right, this is where we talk about Zack Sabre Jr.
Hey.
Number 3. I mean, yeah, Zack Sabre Jr. I don't even know what you really say about the guy anymore. Like, he's been one of the best working for a decade now. He's had some like lower years, but this is not one of those years. And I mean, part of that is definitely opponent based. He's worked Danielson. I mean, we talked about it last year. He's like, I got to watch the Hechicero and Virus matches this week, and those are phenomenal.
That's exactly what happened to me. I watched those 2 matches and I was like, well, he's on the list.
And the Orange Cassidy match is great. Like, he's a guy that can, like, I still haven't, and there's still stuff I haven't seen. Like, I still haven't seen the Makabe match.
Oh, that's a great match.
Yeah.
And like, I still haven't seen the Sato match. And he is also a guy in New Japan who, even when he's working like a guy who I don't think is very good, like when he is working the corpse of Hiroshi Tanahashi, he is one of the only people I think who can get a decent match out of that. And like the Wrestle Kingdom match they had was pretty decent, which is high praise for a 2024 Hiroshi Tanahashi match.
Literally the best Tanahashi match this year by a wide margin.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I mean, part of it is kind of because New Japan has lost so many of their top guys that, like, when they're doing the CMLL tour, it's just like, well, who's gonna work Virus? Who's gonna work Hechicero? Well, it's Zack Sabre Jr. So he's just getting all of these opportunities because there's not too many else, but he's also making the most of these opportunities. He is delivering incredible matches.
Yeah, and like, just looking at the rest of his year, like, you didn't even mention, like, the Danielson match.
I did.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Listen, Tanner,
I'm looking at my own spreadsheet. But he has another match with Hechicero scheduled for, I think, August.
Or is that going to be
Rev Pro? But
okay, I genuinely didn't know that wasn't a bit.
I thought that was a bit. That was perfect.
No, but still, it's Zack Sabre Jr. Hechicero. I don't think it really matters where it happens. Like, I think it's going to be good still.
So you guys know that Fantasticomania USA show they're doing? There's a tag match where Zack Sabre Jr. and Bad Dude Tito are taking on Hechicero and Virus.
Oh, that's fucking rips.
That sounds fucking awesome. Yeah. Not to mention that Zack Sabre Jr. is actually working the G1, so probably get a couple.
Yeah, who else is in that though?
Yoda, Juji versus Barbaro Cavanario. That's a good bit of business.
Oh, I like this. Basically, this whole card. If you just
this card looks awesome.
I can't go that far. Sorry, Rocky Romero and Volador Jr. are here, so gotta give a pass on that main event.
Yeah, but they're against Dookie and Mystico.
Yeah, I'm gonna like that match. I'm gonna
let you know. When is that? When's that show?
Like 4 days from now.
Yeah, it's Saturday.
Okay. Oh, you're gonna miss it. Okay. We're gonna go.
Okamura and Kojima are defending the MLW World Tag Team titles.
Okamura, what a career that man has had.
Just decided he liked Mexico more than Japan.
It's paid off. Anywho.
He gets to go back to Japan one month a year. It's great.
Yeah. The life. Never-ending vacation.
Zach also had a match in Thailand against Shivam. I don't know how you say his name, but it's on YouTube, and it was really good, too. I just don't know if a lot of people saw that.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, didn't Zach have... Oh, you guys have probably mentioned it, and I wasn't paying attention. That Philippines match.
Was it
Philippines, right?
Thailand. Supposed to be second.
Because no. Joseph was there.
Oh.
And Joseph, to my knowledge, not in Thailand.
Well,
we're gonna...
No, the match I'm talking about took place in Bangkok, Thailand. Okay.
He's been all over.
Yeah, okay. Dodged it.
Did anybody watch the Matt Riddle Zack Sabre Jr. match?
No, that's why he's on my list, because I don't watch that match. I don't watch the Tanahashi matches.
I just wonder what 2024 Zack looks like against 2024 Riddle.
Yeah, I mean, it would be interesting to see what, the 2015 indie high, main event. But unfortunately, no way to find out.
Yep. No way to go back.
Now, Tanner, have you decided if you're going to SCI or if you're going to go watch Sammy versus Matt Riddle?
No, I'm going to SCI.
Okay, I didn't know if you had really locked it down.
Yeah.
Well, that's embarrassing.
I'll be there for... Yeah, hey,
I'll make bad decisions.
Yep. All right, Dan.
All right, who's up next?
Hit us with your 3.
Oh, it's me. Blue Panther. I don't know if you guys heard of them, but you're gonna hear a lot of the same names from me. The next things, but him versus Danielson, him versus Hechicero, and him in the 8-man tag. It's just been like a Blue Panther renaissance, basically. He had a match versus Virus I like a lot too, but I mean, I don't know how old he is. He's got to be 60s, and he looks amazing.
He is 63.
63.
Oof. Man.
Better on the mat than people literally a third his age.
There's trios from an indie show that's gotten a little bit of hype that I want to check out.
What's that?
It's got Blue Panther in it.
Are we going to get Blue Panther versus Zack Sabre Jr. this year so we can kind of get a...
We need it.
Round robin situation?
We really do.
It's been a neat year in that regard. Feels like the biggest technicians of the U.S. indies, Zack's UK, but the Evolve run, I think, more solidified him as on an international stage. And then Danielson, obviously, one of the greats. mixing with the CML talent, including legends. That's so wild. I feel like I don't know why, but I feel like it's been taken granted for this year to some extent. That is just like not a thing that I thought would ever happen. One, CMLL not being treated as an afterthought to any partnering promotion.
Yeah.
Slash good matches coming from it.
No.
Not in New Japan.
And I called it the Blue Panther Renaissance, but I think a lot of it, I love the 6-man tags. I love lucha tags, but like a lot of it's just he's had single matches. Like he's probably always been able to do this. It's just when has he gotten the opportunity to show it in the last few years?
Who's top 100 wrestler last year, without a doubt.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Easy.
No, Blue Panther, one of the greats.
So
it's been interesting.
Anyone else have him on the top 5?
No.
He just missed.
No.
Just missed. All right.
Yeah, he would have just missed mine, and that's without seeing the. Did he have a match with Vera?
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't seen
It was on an indie show.
Did it make tape?
I believe so.
I have
Great
not
question.
seen it.
Maybe it didn't. Maybe I'm just confusing it because all these guys have been doing like the round robin, and I'm just assuming it's amazing.
Yeah,
No,
I have not.
I have not written it down as watched it.
He. If this was a top 10, I would have talked about him. Barely.
Okay.
Is it my turn?
You're
Yeah,
right.
there you
Number
go.
3.
Hit us with
Amazing.
3.
Great stuff. Are we on 3?
We
Yes.
are.
We're on 3. The Wet Hot American Dragon Summer namesake, Bryan Danielson.
Higher.
Okay. I figured. Tanner,
Wow.
I give you the floor.
All right. Y'all heard of Adam Copeland?
Oh no.
I literally shut the fuck up.
I'm not talking about him. Don't
Oh
worry.
thank God. Oh my God.
I'm looking at my spreadsheet and I had
Holy shit.
3 Adam Copeland matches on here. I'm like,
about to go insane.
has he wrestled them?
I was like, fucking talk about hot dogs. Please talk about
I
hot
was
dogs.
just like, as someone that thought the Malachi Black match was like funny and like entertaining, I was about to go nuclear.
Oh man, hey, that Suzuki match is a thing for sure. No, my number 3 is Shihiro Hashimoto. Actually,
Okay, doesn't even count because I also like her match with Aoki. You're acting like you're like a bastion of women's wrestling.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not
Shut
just
the
that
fuck
match.
up.
Good job, Dan. Come on.
That's bullshit.
Really
That's a bullshit answer. Talk about Miyu or some fucking actual. I'm mad. I'm
Well, if
muting
they
myself.
decide to have
Wait, what are you going to say, Dan? Actually,
I-
finish that same.
actual.
What are you going to say?
I don't know.
Actual what?
Hey, Bangkok
All right,
is not
back
in
to Tanner.
Philippines.
But yeah, so Hashimoto, I as Dan hinted at, the Shinya Aoki match is fucking fantastic. I mean, not to spoil my list, but it just missed my top 5. Literally my number 6.
Oh, I swear to God, I'm looking at my list. It's number 6.
Yeah, it literally number 6 on my list. It's such a good fucking match from that DDT April Fool's show. But also, I wanted to point out she had a singles match with, I never know how to, Saree? Is that how you pronounce it? Sareee?
Yeah.
It has to be Saree, right? That singles match fucking rules, but there's also a prelude tag. It's Hashimoto and Mika Iwata versus Mio Momono and Saree. That match also fucking rules. The Fortune Dream tag match, opposite, or with Team 200 kilograms against Satomura and Takumi Iroha, also fucking rules. I mean, she's ruled forever, literally her whole career. But this year, I guess I'm trying to keep more attention because she easily gets like the most hype out of like any women's wrestler on the planet, and like Joji in general this year seems to be getting a little bit more buzz. So I've been trying to keep up with it, but yeah, Hashimoto is a fucking beast. I like so far on my list, like my 4, like Manders, yeah, I could easily see him dropping off. Josh Barnett probably not going to make my top 5 at the end of the year. Hashimoto has a pretty strong stake in the top 5, top 10 territory right now. So I would be shocked if she's not here, especially after I watched even more of her stuff that I haven't had the opportunity to watch. But yeah, she fucking.
She is a good wrestler. I watch anything she does, and Bozilla. Those are my 2 favorite women wrestlers.
Good
Chris,
job, Dan.
number 2.
Number 2, Hechicero.
Higher.
Whoa. Well, mine is also...
Okay,
my number 2 is Acho.
My
My number 2 is also Hechicero. So...
Well, there we go. My number 2 is Mad Dog Conley.
Higher.
Here we go. All right.
Okay.
Tanner, right back to you.
We're moving some suspense here.
Tanner,
But,
Tanner, name your second Joshi wrestler or women's wrestler.
No. It's not my number 2, this probably recency bias because I've binged a lot of his matches in the past week. I have Go Shiozaki at number 2. Former the Chris 100 winner, Go Shiozaki. I think he missed a lot of time in 2022, 2023 with injuries and stuff. This year, he has really buckled down and has taken control of the book in Pro Wrestling Noah. They're even letting him book his own vanity sub-promotion, Limit Break, within Pro Wrestling Noah. So he has got to have a lot of sick matches, teaming with Atsushi Kotoge, who is somebody that I'm usually not huge on. But the Akiyama Nagata match from the first Limit Break, the tag against Fujita and Saito from, I think, the second Limit Break, him teaming with Akiyama against Segura and Marufuji for his 20th anniversary match. Like, just banger after banger after banger. Like, these are like high-end to low-end match of the year candidates for me. Like, he is smattered all over my top 25 matches of the year. So, yeah, Go Shiozaki. Fucking. Still, I was a little worried because when he came back last year, I wasn't like super interested in what he was doing. But I don't know. You just give a man the book and say, hey, what do you want to do? And he says, I want to feud with Real 01. And that just, yeah, he's cooking.
Sorry, folks. Did Darren just talk about a Noah wrestler?
I think he did.
I don't even know if you can count him as Noah because it's all in the.
What do you mean?
What are you talking about?
Limit Break is its own thing.
In what
Limit
way?
Break is completely separate.
What?
How
They're
so?
not even. They're not even called Pro Wrestling Noah Limit Break.
What do you mean?
They're just called Limit Break. He's a beast. What can I say? Maybe he's bringing the spirit back into Pro Wrestling Noah.
Presents
I don't know
Limit
what's
Break.
going on right now,
Noah,
folks.
No Team Noah Limit Break. That's what it's called on Wrestle Universe.
Am I zinning right now? Did I pop a zin without realizing? What's going on here?
Oh shit! Somebody spiked Sam's.
I'm in more shock. I'm in more shock than I was when he joked about Adam Copeland.
Go Shiozaki's a beast. What can I say?
I missed what the name Tanner said at first, and then I heard him start listing off matches, and I was like, "This doesn't seem like. Is it? What's going on? This doesn't seem right. Something seems off with what he's saying. The words don't match up with the number 2 wrestler of the half year."
Now, I will say, probably a big ask for most people on this panel to get as hype about Go Shiozaki as me, because a lot of his best
30-minute draws
are 30-minute draws.
They're all 30-minute draws. What are you talking about?
Most of the hyped.
You gave him a book, and he booked himself in nothing but draws.
Yeah, most of the hyped ones are 30-minute draws. He has a couple that sneak in under 30, but it is a lot to ask.
Explain to me again why Limit Break is not Noah.
It's his own thing.
But
it's
I understand. I understand you saying that, but why?
Like Real 01 isn't 01.
No, I think that's stupid too.
Well, I mean, I don't make the fucking rules.
But I'm saying
you
Wrestle Universe calls it Noah.
Wrestle Universe.
That's
Obviously,
their-
So are you saying that?
It's their website.
Are you
right?
saying? Is this like when people tried to pretend NXT wasn't WWE because they liked NXT?
No, I don't.
Actually, when I click on Wrestle Universe to watch Sunny Voyage 2024, it says the word Noah less than when I try to watch Limit Break.
Dan, I don't know what you want. I don't run the fucking website.
I think Noah does, and they think Limit Break's Noah.
Noah doesn't run the website.
No, but I'm saying they have more input than you.
I don't know if they do.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Go Shiozaki, number 2 wrestler of the half year. Sam or Chris, take it away. Number 1.
He's like, actually, I forgot to say it is Go Shiozaki.
Number 1 wrestler of the year, El Hijo de Fishman.
Oh shit, that's cool.
That doesn't make sense.
I called my shot last week. This should be of no surprise to anyone that has heard me talk about wrestling that I like. He is a big guy that beats people up, and he's had like his best year in a few years of being a big guy that beats people up with his match with Mascara Sagrada Next Generation, and then also Mascara Sagrada OG. Just really good if he's in a trio of being a big dude, being able to work a crowd in a brawl. Just one of my favorites, and it's been really cool seeing him have as sick of a year as he has so far.
I couldn't get him on this list, but I don't want to spoil it, but he might make my other one.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
You can keep talking, Dan, because
Oh, because it's me.
it's you.
My number 1's Bryan Danielson. I don't know if you guys know this. If you check out the site, a lot of people seem to like him. Wet Hot American Dragon Summer. I think that he's had so many matches that will make my top 20 that are just at the cusp of being match of the year candidates. I mean, the Shibata match, the Shane Taylor match, and then all the matches we said about Blue Panther and the 8-man tag, and this is going to be his last year as a full-time wrestler, and he's still
Allegedly,
and he's still just the best in the world. I even like. I don't think it's the best match that ever happened on the American Story. I even like the Will Ospreay match. I don't, outside of the Shingo match, which has really made me. Before that match, I wouldn't have questioned him at number 1. I will say that had me going back and forth between him and Hechicero, but that's the only match he had that I don't think I've loved this year.
The Ospreay match, I really enjoy that as well.
Yeah, if you didn't go online after, it's like a really good match.
if you ignore people saying it's the best thing that's ever happened, in
if you ignore the discourse zone, yeah.
And there's like
if you ignore my close personal friend personally messaging me on Facebook asking me if I watched Will Ospreay versus Bryan Danielson, where he said he agreed with Dave Meltzer that it was the best match that ever happened in America.
Also, the Okada match. The Okada match is awesome.
Well, I want to rewatch.
The Okada match is fucking awesome.
I want to rewatch the Kingston match because all I remember from that show is, the main event. I remember loving the Kingston match, but the main event really overshadowed everything. So I'd like to revisit that before the end of the year.
I have a hot take about the Kingston match. I don't know if this panel's ready for it. That's fine. I don't have to say it. So
okay.
I can save it for end of the year.
All right.
We know you're a big Kingston hater.
I don't think I am a Kingston hater. Is that true?
That's what I remember from end of year last year.
I don't remember anything from end of year last year besides our boy Kijimuto.
That's all you need to remember.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
I don't like that. I don't
Always
like
in
that
our hearts.
one bit. All right. Me time?
Yeah, you time.
Let's talk about Hechicero.
Never heard of him.
He's doing great stuff. He has fully been embraced as like 1C or 2A as far as technicians in the world, and doing that at global stage. I think that is beautiful. That is not something I would have expected kind of entering in the year, that would be fully kind of captured across the I guess the internet landscape, but as well as like every promotion that is affiliated with CMLL and AEW and New Japan, all of them, plus the satellites kind of deciding that he's the guy. It's like him, Zach, and Danielson. Those are the dudes, more or less. Even if at times I do think he maybe gets slotted as maybe the second tier below those two, but still, it's incredible. I think I'll talk about one match in particular a bit later, but stuff like the Panther and Danielson matches, and pretty much any time he just is in the ring in any of the multi-mans, it's great. He just fully understands his skill set and how to make the most of it. But also I think we're getting more of that Charles Lucero sort of things that I remember from that match series, where he's bringing a bit more of the drama that I think he's kind of missed over the past few years, and being more of a tactical high spots, breaking the action, which is amazing in these trios matches over the years, but at the same time, it's maybe not using Hechicero to his full ability. So that's why he is my number one wrestler at the half year.
I think I earlier said the Mystico is like the only star, which, you know, obviously hyperbole, because Hechicero is a guy that I've been a good wrestler, a great wrestler for a decade, but he seems to be a bigger star now. He seems to has stepped up this year. Like you said,
Thank
not
you,
just being
MJF.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
did it.
thank you, Max.
Oh. Man. Y'all ready for my number one?
I don't think I can handle it.
Well, we know it is.
Kenta
Number
Kobashi.
one, Mad Dog Connolly.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I mean, goes without saying, we'll talk about the Demus match here in a little bit, but, I mean, come the fuck on. Obviously. But I do want to throw some attention on the Manders match, which did spend a good majority of the first quarter of the year as my number one match of the year. I currently have it at 7 for reference. But that match, like, rocks so fucking hard. Those two have such insane chemistry together. The Camaro Jackson match, also really, really fucking good. I am so pumped to see him versus Tank on Friday. They had a match at the TWE Night Before show last year, before last year's SCI, that I thought was fine. But I think Mad Dog's on another level this year, and I think this year they don't have to worry so much about overshadowing the actual tournament. So I'm very excited to see what they pull out. But yeah, I mean, it has to be, talk about aura in pro wrestling. I mean, goddamn, guy's got it in spades. One of the last true characters in professional wrestling left, and he does it well. Gotta be Mad Dog.
Yeah, I love Mad Dog. Another guy that just missed my list.
I understand. It was a lot harder to come up with 5 than I thought it would be. Like, there was a lot of guys I was mad about not being able to get on the. Like, I didn't get Danielson on this list. Blue Panther didn't get on this list. Fucking Zach, Demus. You know,
Judas El Traidor for me was another big one.
Trying to think what other. Honestly, maybe a bit of a hot take. Nakajima was fairly close to making my list. And just missed it. But yeah.
What's the deal with Mad Dog like never wrestling? Like, does he have a good like shoot job or something? Or
I have a theory, similar to a Thatcher situation. I don't think there's a good way to contact him.
Oh, you could
Like-
get. Did you guys know he has an OnlyFans? You could hit him up on there.
He's on Twitter.
But how often?
He,
But,
he logged
I mean,
into his OnlyFans 4 days ago.
I don't doubt that pro wrestling promoters also just don't know ball.
Yeah, that's
like-
probably the real answer.
True.
That's probably the real answer. Or, I mean, it could be. I mean, you can't even say like he doesn't want to travel. He wrestled in New South. He wrestled 2 hours from my house. Within the last month, he wrestled North Alabama.
I mean, he works the South and like the Midwest.
Yeah. So
Like,
because a lot of
He's
people
working
said for the
matches
longest-
in North Dakota.
Yeah, but people were saying like last year, like, oh, he doesn't want to leave the St. Louis area. Well, that's obviously just not true. Like, I mean, he worked in fucking New Jersey, you know. But obviously, you make the effort, he's going to be. And I don't understand booking a show with him not on it. All right, we ready for matches?
Yeah.
Y'all want to do same order? Chris, Dan, Sam, Tan?
Sure.
Sure.
All right, Chris, hit us with your number 5 match of the mid-year.
Number 5, Hyoda Fishman versus Mascara Sagrada NG.
Higher.
Got him. Check your
Damn.
credentials.
Bam. Dan just cocked the gun and unloaded on your punk ass.
Oh man, that makes it my turn.
Good
Roosh-
one, Dan.
Yeah, I'm on it. Chris, Dan, Sam, Tan. Roosh versus LA Park. This is maybe my favorite matchup ever. I know that's crazy to say, but like, I don't think you can put these two in the ring and have it not be amazing. And this was probably in their bottom half of matches, and it has a shit finish, as a lot of them do, and this still fucking ruled. It was bloody, it was brutal. They just clash into each other sometimes. Like, they just will fucking run full force at each other, and they punch each other in the mouth, they bite each other, they scratch each other. This is fucking real wrestling, and I wish it could be higher. Like, I want to will it higher, but it's missing a little bit for me, but it's so good.
Yeah, that was my number 6.
I still need to see it.
I don't know if people have, like, fatigue because there has been a lot of amazing Park Roosh matches. I just don't see a lot of people talking about it.
It's really good.
It happened. When did it happen? Did it happen close to WrestleMania weekend?
It was April 21st.
Okay. I was going to say maybe because it happened during WrestleMania weekend. Because I feel like, I mean, I was off of Twitter by that time, but I feel like it was like even a couple of weeks before I started seeing people in the Discord talk. It was super bizarre. Like, at first, people were talking about it. I'm like, oh, this obviously just has to be clips of this match, but no. But yeah, still need to see it.
All right, Sam.
All right. I will not pronounce one wrestler's last name. But at number 5 from Lucha Memes from June 16th, Mystico and Heidi versus Freelance and Virus. No takers for putting this higher. Wow.
I love it, but
Cowards.
no. It's,
haven't watched that show yet.
Wow. We're really getting Chris here. We're getting some Lucha matches that he has ranked. But no, this is an absolute blast. Mystico in this environment is so incredible. I don't want to say like, hey, you're used to seeing Mystico in like the biggest stages, which yes, correct. What is the venue of this, Dan? What's it called?
God, I don't.
Coliseo Calacalco.
Yeah, there you go. I can
That one.
I can look at it.
The dogs, the dirt. You get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, seeing him there specifically
and against Freelance, still a big deal.
against Freelance, yeah, it's still very cool. I think Mystico has as good as he's ever been. Freelance, not as good as he's ever been, but it's still Freelance. So I do respect that and love that. And Virus is one of the best wrestlers in the world. And he was my number 6 when I was putting together my list as the show was starting, frankly. And I was like, okay, well, there it is. He's on the outs. But it's just a ton of fun. The vibes are A++.
That match didn't make my list, but it was one of the matches I thought of when I put Mystico number 5.
I love that.
Because, like you said, it's just so cool seeing him there.
It's always fun seeing him on the indies.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. That's all you can say. Hell yeah. My number 5. I kind of alluded to it earlier, but Go Shiozaki and Asushi Kotoge versus Jun Akiyama and Yuji Nagata from Go Shiozaki Presents Limit Break 1. Again, I realize
Noah presents Go Shiozaki's Limit Break 1.
Nope, no relation. I will say I understand this is a big ask for the many people listening to this 2-hour plus podcast to watch this 30-minute match. I understand. But this match fucking rocks. And it's not just Shiozaki is phenomenal in it. One of the better Kotoge performances I've ever seen. Akiyama's having a great fucking year. Talk about somebody else that also could have conceivably been on my top 5 is Jun Akiyama. He is prime time early Noah dickhead in this match to Kotoge. I mean, he is just popping him in the fucking mouth, stomping on the back of his head, and Kotoge, like a fucking punk, is trying to fight back, and it's just not happening. And Nagata, Old Man Nagata still fucking rules. I don't know how many people are watching him outside of New Japan that are listening to this show. But his All Japan stuff last year was a ton of fucking fun, and he is legitimately great in this tag match. And despite at least 3 of these guys being over 40, 2 of them over 50, this match doesn't feel 30 minutes. It breezes by. It's such a good fucking match. Highly, highly recommend. Yeah, that's my number 5.
I'm not going to engage. So, Chris.
And I didn't expect.
I don't know if Tanner's seeing what I'm putting in the Discord here. This is a clearly Noah-branded show. He's just ignoring it.
No, I don't have the Discord open.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
I do, but I'm looking at my spreadsheet. Yeah, this is the Go Shiozaki's colors, green and silver. Yeah. I don't see a Noah symbol on them. I see something
I highlighted them for you, where it says Noah.
Looks a little hidden to me. I
thought that was really bad graphic design, frankly. Thank you for letting me know that you did that.
Oh yeah, that was me. Yeah.
I was like, man, they really want people to see the Noah, but it looks like butt.
I should have pretended that was them.
I also don't know why you think Shiozaki's saying I am Noah.
You say he's not a Noah wrestler. You're like, he doesn't count as a Noah wrestler despite.
I didn't say he's not a Noah wrestler. I said the Limit Break shows weren't Noah shows.
I think it started as you saying.
No, you said it wasn't Noah wrestler.
Yeah, I will fucking clip that. I'm doing the editing. You said that
play
shit.
The fucking tape.
I will. And you also said violentpeople.do.
You know what? What I've learned is I can say whatever I want in this show and just ignore the fact 5 seconds later.
Hechicero versus Zack Sabre Jr.
Higher.
Ooh.
Kind of figured.
Well, that's funny. My number 4 is Hechicero versus Blue Panther, which I think is the best of the Hechicero, Blue Panther, Danielson round robin. I think the first fall is the best mat work of any of those matches. And then I love when Blue Panther loses it. He just fucking sits up and he's like, nah, I'm winning this next one. And just beats the shit out of Hechicero real fast. And yeah, this was fucking great.
Yeah, this was getting talked up a lot. I know Koro, the man, the myth, legend of our recommended matches feature, loves this match. This is, I think, his number 1 right now. So I'm not as high, but this is definitely a feather in both men's cap.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone else want to throw anything out there on this match, or we'll move on to me? All right. My number 4. Mark Briscoe versus Eddie Kingston from Supercard of Honor.
Wow.
Why? Wow.
That's a very.
A lot of people
good
are really
match.
high on it.
Really?
Yeah, people love that match. When I was going through, like, trying to see if there's stuff I was missing, a lot of people had that high on their list. Doesn't get there for me, but.
I mean, God. Like, I know Chris and I did, like, a WrestleMania weekend show, but I don't... Like, and I talked about it on that show, but... There's a lot of stuff from just that weekend I would have... But no.
It was, like, in both of our top 5s. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but from one weekend.
Still.
I would have to look at my list.
And see how...
Yeah, I mean... Yeah, it's not a bad match. I'm just shocked that you have it that high.
You also weren't a big fan of Kingston versus Claudio from last year in ROH. So, again, the Kingston hater in ROH continues to reign supreme.
I don't think of myself. Maybe I am.
You should start getting...
Well, I was down on that match, but Kingston was the one that carried it.
I do have Kingston Briscoe at 5, just from WrestleMania weekend show. I have 4 matches from Mania weekend higher.
What non-Dean matches are higher?
I have 2 non-Dean matches higher.
Okay, I said what, but
sorry.
Me, I guess.
I have Alex Kawan and Danny DeMonto higher, and I also have Sami Zayn versus Gunther higher.
A lot of people liked the Gunther match, but okay. This match is incredible. The stakes feel high. Kingston he puts in one of the best performances of the year. As from an individualistic standpoint, his whole body language tells the story, and then Mark bleeds a lot. I don't think Mark is one of the great wrestlers of our time, like I do Jay, but I think he has always carried himself in a certain way that kind of makes these matches a little tougher for me in a lot of ways, because I don't think he brings that series edge typically that I like from this kind of higher end big title matchup. And at the same time, I think the way he bleeds and just the pacing of this match kind of works all in its favor for a huge title match that at the end of the day, I think does feel satisfying to me in the conclusion. So big fan of this. I don't know, again, we're talking about top 5 mid-year. I think this being in my top 5 at this point in the year, that's amazing, because I really started watching it in March of this year once the VP 100 stuff kind of stopped being useful for 2023. So a match this good, being this high, I love that, because that means, like, dang, we're gonna have a good year at the high end at the very least. So that's where I'm at with this match.
Cool. My number 4. Again, another match we as a panel have actually talked about ad nauseum, so I won't hold you hostage too long. I have Jon Moxley versus Josh Barnett from Bloodsport Bushido. Again, you can hear our thoughts from the episode 2 weeks ago. But just in a nutshell, I think it's fair to say I like this match more than everybody else. I thought
we can tell that objectively because no one had it higher.
Yeah.
Objectively, well, that's not how it works.
Objectively.
That's not how it works. How's that not how it works?
Well, I guess.
No,
I guess if he hates all wrestling and it's his like 4th match, but
no, like technically speaking, Dan, like if your top 5 are all 5-star matches for you.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I was wrong. I was wrong, just like Moxley was wrong. The blade off of hitting his belly, but let's go on.
But see, I think that's funny. A lot of people don't like the Tiger Driver in the 22nd minute. I thought that was good. I get the blade job But sometimes it just be like that. Sometimes you do.
You ever hit your stomach so hard your face starts bleeding?
Yeah. Sometimes you do a gut drop and your face explodes. It's just, that's sport, baby. I mean, but these two extremely sick performances. I really hope they round out the trilogy and really just bring it home as one of the best rivalries of the decade. But yeah, this match fucking. All right, Chris.
All right. My number 3 is Hechicero versus Hidekaro from Lucha Memes, April 21st.
Wait, can you repeat that match? Just make sure.
The Hechicero versus Hedi Lucha Memes match.
Okay. Tell me about it.
I think this might be. No, this is like the best Hedi match I've seen. And I think, like what Dan was saying about Hechicero earlier, of just like how he's putting it together in the ring. Like, I think this match just tells a really great story of like starting off as a really solid mat work match, and as it goes on, Hechicero is progressively getting more pissed off that Hedi won't die, and so he just starts laying more into everything he does as the match goes on. It's just like really classic wrestling storytelling told through really good mat work.
You gotta love it.
I'm gonna be honest, haven't watched it yet. I really should have.
It's really good.
Seems like that Hechicero fella appearing on tape a lot more than he has in recent times this year. Seems to be a
it's more single. Well, he appears on tape like every week for the last decade, but
I guess
more showcase matches.
Yes, more. He is being highlighted.
Did you ever see Hedi versus Kushida? Because we covered it on Talking Tourneys episode number 20.
Where did that happen?
A Lucha Libre Elite in a very, very, very bad tournament.
I have not seen that.
Oh, Sam's favorite match was a Volador match. That's how bad the tournament was.
When is the next Talking Tourneys?
It's coming up once we get done with the Opera Cup, man. Opera Cup's still happening. We can't cover it till it's over. All right.
Yeah.
So now it's
Bobby Fish versus Genta.
Number 3. For my number 3, I have El Hijo de Fishman versus Mascara Sagrada NG in a Bull Terrier match. That fucking rules. They kill each other. They kill a ref. There's a bunch of it's in a gym with like a bunch of like basketball player posters on the wall, like LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Rodman.
It's my favorite venue of the year. Like, just watching this match where they are beating the absolute shit out of each other. And there's just, like, a poster of Luka Doncic right above them. It's such a sick visual.
Giant posters, too. Like, I don't know why they're in here. And it's such an odd collection. Like, you're right. It's like, it's Luka, it's Giannis, and LeBron, but then also, like, we can't forget Michael and Rodman.
Nope. Jason Tatum's there.
Oh, Jason Tatum. This is also you have to slap the corners, which I usually hate, and I think people might have hated this finish because there's like, lucha bullshit ref shenanigans. I loved it. I thought it was a little funny, and then I thought it was like just a good finish. So that was like a definitive as you're going to get in that kind of finish. And like I said, Fishman's having a great year, and this was my favorite match of his. And if people haven't watched it, they should.
It's a blast.
I'll put it on the list.
He throws a trash can at a ref on a gurney. if that doesn't make you want to watch the match, I don't know how to do it.
You had me sold at LeBron James.
There you go. All right, Sam, what's your number 3?
My number 3, Calvin Tankman versus Kevin Koo from DPW on May 19th. This is the best Kevin Koo has looked in an extremely long... Maybe the best Kevin Koo's ever looked, frankly. For best Calvin Tankman has ever looked
what
for
about
me.
the Uncle Money Man?
You're right. Sorry. He was the best as a competitor in the match.
Okay.
He wasn't... You see?
Yeah.
I can't believe you fucking just didn't say shit to you, Dan. That's so rude. I'm still hung up on it.
I'm going to ask him Friday.
I'm not a Kevin Koo fan anymore, so there it is.
I'm going to ask him Friday. I want to get to the bottom of it.
So I guess this might be spoiling your list, but you like this better than the Strong Abe match on that same show.
Yeah, that's a tale of 3, boy. Yeah. That's
Okay.
a nice 3-star little number there. The Abe versus Strong match. Tankman finally embraces being a big dude without getting over-reliant on being an athletic big dude, which is great. I think he's much more adept in that role. Kevin Koo, an absolute hard ass, but willing to show more vulnerability than he typically does. So this is kind of just totally up my wheelhouse of, hey, wrestlers embracing their stylistic roles and then knocking it out of the park from there. We get to just watch that play out. So this match rocks. Everyone should go watch it. It rules.
I feel like I'm just saying this because I had the notion open, but episode 26 of Talking Tourneys, Davey Boy Smith vs. Tankman, is his favorite match from that year, Opera Cup. So check it out.
How do you just know Sam's takes off the fucking cuff like this?
I keep track of all the awards we give out on the illustrious Talking Tourneys.
Damn. I cannot tell you what we talked about on this fucking show last week.
Well, that seems more like a cognitive issue.
I don't know if I'm the only one with that issue.
No, I don't pay attention to any.
I don't want to talk about politics with you anymore, Tanner. Come on.
That's so true.
Oh my goodness.
It's all politics and hot dogs.
Yep, they're saying it's Tanover for me. It's Tanover. So my number 3, I don't know if y'all have heard, but there was a little show WrestleMania weekend called Dean. Got a lot of people buzzing. Some people might have gotten hurt at this show. I don't know, but I've heard. So my number 3 happened at that show. Daniel Makabe versus Timothy Thatcher. No, but okay. Yeah, I think this is their best match together pretty comfortably. Yeah, pretty comfortably. It's very funny. They did a whole Ikeda Ishikawa cosplay in this match, which if there are 2 guys in the States to do it, it should be these 2 as true students of the game. I don't know. It was real gross. It was gross like you wanted it to be gross. And on a show that top to bottom, I would argue the 4 of us would say it's the show of the year. I don't competition. I don't know. Maybe Chris has seen some show from the Junkyard that's better this year. But for my money's worth, Dean is the one to beat for show of the year. And this going on last, it doesn't feel. It simultaneously feel it didn't overshadow anything, but also nothing overshadowed it. Like it was just really cool, especially with Makabe, going on his retirement tour and retiring, at the week of release of this episode. So it was just a nice little cap to one of the best trilogies. Or this was their 5th.
This is their 5th.
Yeah. One of the best series of matches. That WXW in Canada doesn't even register. one of the best series of matches in the 2010s, bar none. I think the one that really put Makabe on a lot of people's radar, for a lot of people, and then it hit at a time where Thatcher was really becoming like a hot name. Shout out Gabe. But yeah, this was just like a nice little full circle moment for me, as like the year the first Thatcher Makabe match happened was like the year I really like was in the YouTube mines looking for shit to watch, and like to see it main event like the show of the year, inarguably, was this match. Fuck.
See, I think my biggest problem is I think I disagree. I think it was overshadowed, and I probably want to go back and rewatch it, having not just watched, Mad Dog versus
I can see that. I will say this is one of 3 matches I've watched multiple times this year. But yeah, I would definitely say give it a watch without the context of the rest of the show, if that's how.
I'm probably going to like sit down and watch, maybe not, like you said, maybe not the WXW match, but sit down and watch all 4.
Yeah,
of the canon matches.
The WXW match is good. It just happened at such a weird time. It happened at that time where WWE was getting their fingers all over every promotion in Europe. It's like,
I think it's maybe on the WWE network, right?
It might be on Peacock.
Yeah, or Peacock. Yeah, sorry.
But yeah, no, it's super fucking good. I think it's the least of their series, but I mean that's their least is 90% of wrestlers' best. So take that as. All right, Chris, hit us with your number 2.
Speaking of Dean, number 2, Damus versus Mad Dog Connolly.
Higher. That's crazy. Sam didn't say higher. He didn't have it on the list.
I didn't need to.
I didn't need to.
It's not on his list. Ace bit earlier, so I said fuck it.
But this is really funny because I think Dan, go ahead and say your number 2.
My number 2 is Blue Panther versus Blue Panther, Mystico, Ultimo Guerrero, and Volador Jr. versus Bryan Danielson, Claudio Castagnoli, John Moxley, and Matt Sydal.
Oh, okay.
I fucking love that match.
Okay.
Wow. All right. It doesn't go to a 30-minute draw, so I can see why some people might not be into it. But I think, talking about Mystico being a star, I think all 8 guys come off like stars. It's a crazy atmosphere. They make me want to see every matchup. I want to see I don't know how to do the math, all 16 matchups coming out of this. Now, we're not going to get that, but we got Danielson Blue Panther, most important one. And they teased that perfectly. They were the first 2 to start out the match. No offense to Will or Yuta, but I think Matt Sydal was an upgrade here because I think he worked perfectly in the match. And yeah, I think in a year without Mad Dog Damus, this might be my number 1. I thought everything. I mean, it's 16 minutes long, but it feels like it's like 3 minutes long to me. Like I'm standing up watching that match. But it appears I am in the minority.
No, it's a great match. There's a match I definitely thought was your number 2. Since we know your number 1.
What do you think my number 2 was?
Well, I'll get to it.
Okay, fair enough.
Sam, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is Zack Sabre Jr. versus Hechicero from June 22nd. I think this is the best match from Hechicero or Zack, obviously, this year. But of this kind of gauntlet of matches involving Danielson, Zack, Hechicero, Blue Panther, even this is the one that really spoke to me. It's extremely grapple heavy. I think Hechicero plays a little bit more of a submissive role in this match compared to other ones, where Zack gets to be treated as the star. He has the star traction. He's the star best. He gets to play best technical wrestler in the world, a little bit more definitively against Hechicero, who has to earn it a little bit more and brings out. But and also both of the first 2 falls finish on these absurd, amazing submissions that I just ate up, and I was like, "Oh, that is gobble, 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 fill daddy up type of shit." Yeah, I have not been kind of enamored by a match like this in some time, so I have this as number 2. But only reason number 1 is above it, I think, is potentially because I was there. So,
you were.
there it is. There it is.
Well, my number 2, I'm shocked that you two didn't mention it.
Well, Sam doesn't watch this company.
Yes, I have a feeling that Chris will talk about it. I'm really shocked that Dan didn't mention it.
Well, I'm next up anyway, so we can just transition to it.
But my number 2 is Sting and Darby Allin versus the Young Bucks from Revolution.
Yep, that's my number 1.
Yeah. So I'm shocked that Miss Dan's.
I mean, I love it, but no.
Wow. Okay.
But the further away I get from it, the lower it goes in my eyes. But I still love it. I still love it, but
I'm like the opposite. It's like a perfect match.
Can't stop thinking about this match. I can't. Like, it's everyone playing their role perfectly to send Sting off. Like Darby putting him, like, doing some of the craziest bumps he's done. Sting coming across as a star, like Bucks being like in the spectrum of Bucks work where it's good and annoying. It's like right there where they're selling for Sting. They're making it all about Sting and Darby. They're just being jackasses, but it's not. And you want to see them like get their comeuppance in a wrestling way, and not just because they're annoying on your TV. And like the stuff with Sting's sons is still so sick to think about.
So fucking cool.
And like this is just like almost as perfect of a send-off match as you can get to a legend, and I fucking adore this match.
Probably the perfect send-off match. I mean, Chris, I know you and I were high on Kijimuto Final Bye-Bye last year, but I think Sting outdid him. Just, being frank. So
I mean, I would have loved if afterwards, like Sting wrestled Chono for a minute, but
like if Sting Hogan happens after this match and it goes a minute and a half, I mean, I mean, come on, how could you not have loved it? But I echo all of Chris's thoughts. I think this match in any prior year this decade is my number 1 with a bullet, but it is the perfect and best retirement match ever. I'd argue it's definitely the most I've ever enjoyed the Bucks, which by virtue is me saying this is the best Bucks match ever. This is the best Darby has ever looked for an episode of Muscle Orchestra. Top 5 Sting match ever. I mean, just fucking perfect in every single way. It's a masterpiece.
I will say for that episode, I think I had it number 1.
I guess we should roll on since we know.
What?
Oh, for Sting matches. Okay.
Yeah, like Sting career matches, but that was soon after the match had aired. I was still on the high.
Yeah. But let's talk about Mad Dog Connolly versus Damon from Dean. Sam, I do want you to sit out of this conversation as you are a participant. I
too much bias. I get it.
You may have a little too much bias as a player in the game.
And what a player I was, though, right? Like a real.
I mean, if I was you, I would have rolled up Damus right there, brother. I would have ended the match. I would have cashed your money in the bank.
I was like, this isn't gonna work for me, brother.
That's why I am the one.
You're running into me, bro.
Damus, one of the few guys Sam could have truly big dog, and he did not.
Have you seen Damus? He's tiny, but this man's ripped. He will truck your ass.
He trucked you.
He did.
I don't think he could be. I just don't think it would be anatomically possible. But yeah, this match fucking rocks. This match proved how much of a cop caller Matt Tremont is, trying to get everybody to sit the fuck down and to get these guys back in the ring because they were shooting too hard. I think just the atmosphere of Dean as well really added to this match, as it was true. I hate using this term, but it was truly a crowd of sickos, and this was a match truly it played to that crowd 1,000%. And I have maybe watched this match more times than any other match I've watched this decade. I've probably watched this 6 or 7 times. I feel like every time I come away enjoying a different part just a little bit more. This is perfect. And then just getting to rewind, Sam get his head knocked the fuck off. So I have no notes.
I talked about standing up, watching that 8-man tag. I was literally pacing during this, and when Sam got hit, I ran into my ottoman. I had to remove the ottoman for the rest of the match. I was like, I need floor space. Because I felt it was crazy. The whole match was crazy. Match of the decade for me, I think.
Yeah. Match of the decade.
Yeah, it is. Yes. It is such a unique match. To have something like this, a true a dream match that you didn't know you were dreaming about, on a Mania weekend show, and it's just such a unique matchup in a crowd like this that's just truly there for it, and it's such a killer match. It's everything. When this match got announced and everyone was DMing each other that this match got announced, it is everything I envisioned this match being and more.
Yeah, and it's what pro wrestling should be. Is you and your friends getting excited when just a match graphic gets put out or a promo video gets put out that you don't understand because you don't speak fucking Spanish. That's what pro wrestling should be like, oh, fuck, this is... And it just... So few individuals get that that's what pro wrestling should be. And a lot of people think it should be, just doing the most masturbatory shit for however long, what MJF goes 6 minutes, I guess. Just being the worst fucking wrestler of all time. And then you just have a masterpiece like this to happen. It truly is a sport of highs and lows, but when you get one of those highs, it's goddamn.
And usually with matches like this, I set myself up for failure. I was so excited that there's no way they could meet my expectations. So this happens to me all the time where I think a match is going to be fucking brilliant and it's just great, and then that feels like a letdown, where this match blew my expectations out of the water. I didn't know you could do this. And I actually think in a world where this match doesn't take place, the Fishman Sagrada match and the Roosh LA Park match probably finish 1 and 2, but they look like pussies. This is real violence.
Yeah, I mean, now if Sam was in the crowd,
that might change it
for Fishman Sagrada and Roosh Park. If we can send Sam,
he would have been trying to hang up a Brunson poster or something.
if we could send Sam on some sort of indie lucha tour and just have him get his ass kicked, but some of the biggest places matches.
If you go to our link tree, you can find our Ko-Fi link, and you can make a donation and just put Sam Indie Lucha Tour as the note. I'll know what that means.
Is it Ko-Fi? Is it not pronounced coffee?
It might be.
That'd
make more sense, but I will never pronounce it that way.
You would rather pronounce it the most wrong K-O-F-I has ever been said?
Hey,
it's K-O-F-I.
Who's your favorite member of the New Day? Is it Kofi Kingston?
Kofi Kingston. No words.
I now don't know how to pronounce the name. Like, that's just lost to me. Someone say his name for real. Otherwise, I'm gonna go insane.
Kofi? Is that the name you don't know?
There we go. Yep, that's it. And the pronunciation had left my brain as soon as Chris made the joke. That's what I'm saying. I was like, it's not pronounced coffee. So wait, what?
Dude, wrestling would be so much funnier if his name the whole time was Coffee King. That's like I found out in middle school. Well, actually, I found out my senior year of high school that a friend that had been in school since middle school, he told us like the last week of senior year, he was like, yeah, actually y'all have been pronouncing my last name wrong for the last 6 years. And he just never said anything until like the last week of high school. That would be like finding out Kofi was supposed to be pronounced coffee.
Chill Ko-Fi beats to sleep and or study to.
Chill Lofi beats. Dude, Lofi Kingston?
We gotta get off this immediately.
Lofi
What are we talking about? Deimos versus Mad Dog Conley?
Yeah.
Cool match, right? Cool match. I was there. Did you guys know that?
Sam, I don't think we've covered this on the podcast. So, walk us through.
No, we've talked about this.
I don't think we have truly.
Sam, I don't think we've talked about this. How many hot dogs can Tanner eat?
How many hot dogs can Deimos eat in 10 minutes?
As many as he wants.
Question.
More than
many he wants.
One more, exactly one more than Tanner.
I would fucking kick his ass for real.
You could not handle him.
I would punt him across a fucking football field.
I think any top 100 wrestler of 2024 could beat Tanner in a hot dog eating contest.
Are you fucking for real?
I think Blue Panther clears easily.
Blue Panther
every day of the week.
First of all, there is nothing a 60-year-old person can do that I could not do better. Just outside of being old.
Are you saying that
the guy that you could actually do this with would just mop the floor with you?
No.
So are you saying that you're a better wrestler than Blue Panther?
Am I saying I could do Yave's better than Blue Panther? Maybe. You know, I've never done it, but I could try.
That's yeah, you've never done it.
Give him 3 days.
I could be a fucking prodigy. We don't know.
That's what I've always said about Tanner. He could be a fucking prodigy at anything.
We just don't know.
He just hasn't tried it yet.
Yeah. Lots of people call me prodigy, actually.
That is his wrestling nickname.
Yeah, the Prodigy. My backyard wrestling nickname was actually the Prodigy T-Bone. It wasn't.
Huh?
It was Titanium.
Oh.
For my trampoline fed. That was me and my one neighbor.
Did you make tape?
There's definitely nothing online, but there definitely was probably footage at one point on somebody's Motorola Razr.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Fan cam.
Yeah, we had to stop because said friend got pushed off the trampoline, and their mom said we had to stop.
She said, "Tanner, you're a prodigy. My son can't handle it."
She said, "You got to go pro." And I said, "Well, hey, I got keep in mind this is the mid-2000s. I said, I got Vince on the horn. He's ready to sign me, brother." I was saying this to my friend. Actually, fun fact, about a decade later, said friend, bouncer at a bar, offered me cocaine in the bathroom at said bar. I obviously politely declined. But I said, anytime you want to meet in the ring, brother, you know where I'm at.
Good stuff.
I don't know about Mad Dog, but Deimos doesn't decline. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know.
So what are we doing right now?
I think do we have time for Wacky Line? How long have we been doing this? Those are all our top fives.
Those are all our top fives.
We did it.
Good job, everybody. I know we joked and said there was going to be a lot of overlap. I don't feel like there was that much overlap.
Oh shit, I missed this. ACH is returning to wrestling. Wait.
Who tweeted it?
The fun guys at Cultaholic. He's wrestling for SCW Pro. Yeah, the classic Red, White, and Bruised.
Okay.
Nice. That's a name I love. No idea. No idea.
Where is that promotion located?
Eastern Iowa.
Wow.
Okay. This is not maybe not on subject with this at all, but do you guys know what Drew Gulak's first match back on the Indies was?
It was Slade, wasn't it?
No. He was in FIP, because if you want to beat the allegations, that's where you go.
FIP.
Does FIP still exist?
Oh, they run shows constantly.
Everything's still burning.
Holy dude, is Uncle oh god, what's his name?
Uncle John's friends?
John's friends?
No, they got rid of that stable after like 2 shows.
Oh. That's just
wow. Anti-ball knower right there.
Yeah, does Fred Yehai still wrestle there? Maybe the one place on the planet he still works?
He's trying to take down Target. He's a busy man.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, what? Tell me about this actually. I need to know more
you
about
don't
that
know?
statement. Nope.
He's like thinks that Target's turning all the babies and children satanic.
Yep.
I think that's right.
I'm
that's
so hot for this.
Also
so now even
or flat earther.
Yeah, so now even CZW is like, we're all right.
Yeah, Fred
he's
Yehai
problematic for DJ Hyde.
He has not worked in almost a year.
A shame.
How do I get this FIP footage? WWNlive.com, they say. Okay.
There's no fucking way.
No.
WWN Live
definitely still exists. That's where you watch FIP. Where are you watching FIP?
Oh, I need to watch this WWN Proving Ground heavyweight title 4-way match between Krieger, Alpha T, Baby Keith, and Drake Xavier with a Z.
This is where all the Kahagas matches
I was saying Kahagas.
I have to get it.
Shine still exists.
He was in the match with Gulak. It was a rumble. Oh my god.
I love it.
WWN Proving Ground? Who the fuck is running this? Is Gabe back?
It's probably Sal and...
Dude, they're still making Blu-rays!
Stick.
Some of this website has been updated. Some of this website has not. I, for some reason, cannot... Oh, there it is. FIP, the only promotion that they have any relationship with, you cannot find without... Oh, it's in alphabetical order, dumbass. Never mind.
New address for the WWN Pro Wrestling Training Center. I know we have some people in the Discord that want to train to be a wrestler. You should go to 8836 US 19 Unit 3.
I'm cutting this out. We're not sending anybody there.
In Port Richey, Florida.
Do that.
34668. Tell them that Sam and Dan from the Violent People Radio podcast.
There are minors in there are minors in the Discord, Tanner.
Y'all said it.
Do not send them there.
Jesus Christ. I can't believe this is still fucking real.
They run more shows than 95% of indies.
They run more shows than Gabe ever ran.
All right, if I pay them $10 a month, what do you think I'm getting?
I'll put on the list for sure.
I can't see what is behind this $10 paywall.
No, you were going.
Well, it looks like you're getting. It looks like you're getting some
Viva La Lucha
kayfabe commentaries, some $5 wrestling, maybe.
But none of the current FIP shows are showing up there, so I'm just like, am I gonna get fucking ripped off here? Because I'm coming here for the current FIP.
That would be crazy. That's the only thing you don't get.
There's a 2015 Viva La Lucha show. At midnight, I Will Take Your Soul on Demand. Main evented by Hio de la Park versus Ray Bucanero. Also on the show, Willie Mack versus Lindsay Dorado. Man. Oh my god, Shine 1 on Demand?
Oh, you really want that. Really want that. Better than Shimmer people said.
They ran a WWN Super Show Mercury Rising last year.
That feels illegal.
Sarah Del Rey versus Jazz.
Yeah, that's a match that happened.
Bonus feature. Jazz receives the 2012 Legacy.
We got to get off this. This is bad news.
Oh, dude, I'm watching the Shine 1 DVD trailer.
Wait, where are the guy events?
A guy named Chungus worked Mercury Rising 2023.
This is such a great way to end the show.
Oh yeah, we do have salute to the shot caller in here, so I do remember us talking about that at one point.
Oh my god, what the fuck is Grindhouse?
Oh, okay.
Sam, what were we talking about? Sam, I'm gonna need access to the Violent People business card.
That's just actually my credit card at this point. So
yeah, I'm just gonna need you to
give over my credit card information.
You can just say it. If it's easier, you could just say it right now.
November 9th, 2020.
My social security number is 082 62.
I got something to read for y'all real quick. The name Eddie... This is from November 9th, 2020. Talk about avoiding a fucking bullet. The name Eddie Kingston has been featured in the professional wrestling media quite a bit these days, and his influence is not slowing down. This had to be like a week before AEW signed him. Talk about avoiding a bullet. He would have got sucked into the Gabe-verse so fucking hard. Eddie Kingston's Grindhouse airs live on November 14th at 8 p.m. Eastern. He was not even wrestling on this show. He was the host of the show. Main event, Anthony Henry versus Fred Yehi.
Classic matchup.
Also, Thomas Shire versus Jeremy Wyatt. But this is like during hardcore COVID.
Damn, this show sick?
I say that show sounds awesome.
It was called Grindhouse Ground Zero. Man.
They ran multiple Eddie Kingston's Grindhouse shows.
Yeah. How did they call the second Eddie Kingston Grindhouse show Ground Zero? How is your second show Ground Zero?
He's also not on any of them.
Yeah, no, it's literally, it's like they were trying to do a Matt Riddle, Josh Barnett's Bloodsport, but with Eddie Kingston's Grindhouse.
But those guys are all on those shows too.
God, who is Joseph Black?
Wait, you don't know who Joseph Black is?
Do I?
Oh, Atlanta Wrestling Entertainment.
Oh fuck! I do know who that is.
I'm assuming it's Joe Black.
But... Yeah, it's Joe Black.
Yeah,
okay.
Jesus Christ.
If Joseph Montesilio just started calling himself Joe, would you like just fucking forget who that guy is immediately?
Absolutely.
Perfect. All right.
100%. With a name like Joe, name one person you know named Joe.
My grandfather, who is dead.
Several co-workers that I will not be doxing.
The tribal chief.
I fucking, you lost me there.
Isn't his name Joe?
No, his name's Roman Reigns.
Oh shit, that is his name.
Man.
You're right. Fuck.
Joe.
He's been gone. I forgot. I'm a solo guy now, stupid. I guess.
Tell me about the Wacky Line, Tanner.
What do you want me to tell you about the Wacky Line? Chris got all the
Do questions. We have any fucking questions? Play a song, Dan.
You got it. I'm right on it. Don't move.
It's not confidence, it's all ego. It's not confidence, it's all ego.
Okay. Wacky Line. What is your favorite episode of Ethan Page's Toy Hunt? Tanner, you can go first.
Well, I love the episode that he ended up privately sending to several influencers in the wrestling Twitter space, in exchange for them not talking shit on him, where he reviewed Funko Pops. I don't believe that video is online.
What? Why would showing me a shitty YouTube video make me not want to shit on you? I'm so confused by that.
My favorite episode is Toy Hunt vlog. Danhausen returns to Toy Hunt with Ethan Page.
You're not gonna believe me. I'm looking at that right now.
Dan's watching.
Weird. It's
I'm
almost like
it.
that's the first
35 minutes
result on YouTube.
35 minutes and 13 seconds, and it's a good one.
That's constantly.
As one of Ethan Page's millions of subscribers.
Oh, Toy Hunt in Alabama. Were you here for this?
Whoa! Was I there?
With Ethan Page and Preston Vance and Tanner. That's what it says.
Damn. Where the fuck did they go? They had to be.
I mean, you were there.
They're
yeah. At the Deep.
Why don't you? Oh, the Deep is a good store though in Huntsville. That is a very, very good store.
So I think you and Ethan Page would be friends, Tanner.
I don't think so.
What rubs you the wrong way?
Canadian, first of all.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
Might as well just be British at that. So that rubs me the wrong way. Not being good at your job and falling upward also usually rubs me the wrong way. But
I don't have a favorite. They all look equally bad.
You mean equally?
No, I don't.
Do you guys remember when the Karate Man wrestled Ethan Page, and he's like, "If they would have fucking let me edit it, oh my god, it'd be so fucking good."
Yeah, he would have saved.
Oh yeah, it would have
nonstop action.
Like he's like, "This is shit. Obviously it's shit, but if I edited it, guys, then it'd be gold."
Yeah, if they could somehow, if he could have edited it where instead of him versus him, it was Mad Dog Connolly versus Damoose, yeah, it could have been salvaged.
Some of these, if there's any bad podcast episodes, it's because they wouldn't let me edit it. Someone else did it.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Hey, anytime you hear me and it's bad, blame Dan. They should. Hey, let me have a spin.
All right, you can do it tonight.
Yeah, I'll send you the file.
Nope, literally busy. I'm going to bed as soon as it's over.
Oh,
busy.
Oh,
yep. I got to pack. Some of us have very important meetings next.
I do.
Yeah, well, some of us have actual important meetings next.
Ethan Page, someone called him like a replacement level wrestler, a 5 out of 10.
That made you
which
mad.
is one of the most generous statements I've ever heard.
Might be the nicest thing anybody's ever.
What a dog!
Yeah, that was one of our questions. I would not say he is the most replacement level 5 out of 10 wrestler of all time.
Okay. I hate to do
not
this.
a 5 out of 10.
But what are your favorite highlights from his Men of the Year run with Scorpio?
Probably the Sting match.
Okay, all right.
The Sting and Darby match.
Sure, why not?
I also like that match with that really weirdly structured match against the inner circle where like Junior Dos Santos is in it.
Oh yeah.
I like that match more than a lot of people.
Okay. Did Tony ever smarten up and run him versus Darby in AEW?
He did. That is Ethan Page's best match in AEW. It's also, to answer another question for the Wacky Line, his best Evolve match.
I was gonna say that's a crazy question because who would ever choose a different Ethan Page match than one of the Darby matches?
It's got to be, one of the Darby match. I saw somebody
the body bag
junior match.
What an insane take.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But yeah, it's the Darby Allin body bag match.
Yeah, easy, fucking easily. That's his best match of his fucking life.
Yeah, it's.
Well, wait. Evolve 74, Cody versus Ethan Page.
No, I do remember that match.
Oh,
that
shit.
Match
he wrestled Dick Togo? It's like you got Dick Togo, and that's who you put him against.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
I have memories of this.
If I'm not mistaken, that weekend, Gabe also did Dick Togo versus like Tony Nese.
Yeah, bringing in Dick Togo and having him work the least interesting guys on the roster.
Well, no, I guess he wrestled Hero.
Yeah, he got to wrestle Hero too.
I think that the Dick Togo versus Ethan Page booking ended. We don't know wrestling with me and Tanner.
I don't know if that's true. I think the show was over long.
Wow. Tanner meant that emotionally, not technically.
Sam, I just don't have time for the show. I'm a busy sophomore in college.
Oh man. Just don't want to get bullied. I get it. And now we're back doing it all again.
Yeah. Well, you know what they say. Once you're married, you can have no more bullies because your wife is your biggest bully.
Tanner, do you need to talk?
Yeah.
No, he does that on Wednesdays.
Got him.
No.
What's our next question here?
Sponsored by BetterHelp.
No, they're a bad company.
I actually did say that I think they're bad. I don't know the details though.
Yeah,
No, they are. Yeah, it's a whole situation. It's a problem.
I did skip one of the questions. What % ego would you guys say you are?
100%.
What? Oh,
fucking zero.
Yeah.
0% confidence, 100% ego.
Yeah. One could say I not confident, but all ego.
Okay. I'm a 5 out of 10 on the ego scale, just like Ethan Page. Those are all of our Ethan Page questions, I believe.
We should do an episode of this show where we take everybody's Evolve theme and rank.
I have to be out of banger. I gotta be out of town that week.
It's the best one is the Joy Orbison song that Zack Sabre Jr. came out to.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Definitely. I really just want an excuse to talk about that song, but I guess we just
you just did it.
I guess some people will say I create my own opportunities. I don't know. They kind of call me a prodigy in that way.
So I'm always saying, quite literally.
And number two is Troll Boys.
Oh fuck, Ethan! Talk about Ethan Page. Ethan Page, ACH, the Troll Boy.
Hey, Dan, is it time to talk about that PTO question from last week that we never answered?
Yeah, go ahead and ask it. I don't know. I don't have it here.
Oh, okay. I gotta pull this up.
I think theoretically Tanner's the host this week, but I just had to jump on these Ethan Page questions.
Well, I know. But you were very excited to answer this question last week.
That's really funny. I don't remember it, and I talked about Tanner not remembering it.
Okay. You know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna answer because this is too complicated and I can't read it well.
Yeah, I know.
I know what question you mean now. That is a very good question. Give me 45 seconds. I'm gonna ask it.
I appreciate it.
I don't know if it should.
I'm not asking. I'm saying I'm going to ask it. Okay. Why do Anglo-Saxon women such as Rhea Ripley try so hard to look like men? Tanner?
I have to defer to Dan.
I'm asking the question. This is from PTO, but it's really from Andrew Cheshire, who has a really good Twitter account with a lot of normal things he says.
His bio is great at fixing and upgrading computers, obviously.
I
am also great at bodybuilding.
Well, because he does say in the question, he is the same size as Rhea, but also that he's half the man that Rhea's mother was. That's what he says.
Oh man.
You know, to quote the theme song from season 2 of the great television show The Leftovers, guess I'll just let the mystery be.
And to quote the theme song from the hit 1994 program, Friends, I'll be there.
To quote Andrew Cheshire in his last tweet, this is for all Stardom executives, including CEO. Almost all of your Stardom wrestling girls are very lovely, good-looking women. So why not have a beauty contest that only has your women in it? I also have another idea. Why not have your fans vote on them? This guy's on top of it. This guy. This guy
like
gets
he's
it.
Fucking cooking.
Yeah. Tanner, you're gone next week, right? We got a co-host.
Shit, who do we have it on?
We got Andrew Cheshire.
Sounds like Andrew.
And what's great is we let the guest pick the big top. I can't wait to see what he thinks.
Dan is foaming at the mouth to
Dan
of someone who is weirder about women than him.
No. Just so you guys know, this is why I don't like women's wrestling, because it's a big chunk of them. I'm going to say a big chunk of their fans. I've been to Shimmer shows. I bought the Volcano Girls DVD. A lot of these motherfuckers act like this.
I think that's huge.
It's a huge number. You guys want to act like it's not? Why don't you ask the girls that wrestle at Shimmer? They'll tell you. I'm just honest about it. Yeah. You guys are creeps.
Yeah, no, okay. Just put the food in the bag. Thank you. This is a Wendy's. Okay. God damn.
That's where I'm in. That's where, no plugs this week. Women wrestling fans are creeps. See you next week.
Well, I'm glad we asked the question.
Hey, if you're at Disney World next week, Violent People Meet Up, Magic Kingdom.
Great stuff. When are we having a meetup? We should schedule that for next year. Pencil it in.
Yeah, when are we having the cookout?
Are you Sam, are you shooting? Are you being for real?
Yeah, you can all come to my house so I don't have to travel.
Yeah, because that's the closest.
Yeah, I got a pool. It's like, that makes it worth it, guys. That makes it worth it. And a Blackstone. I make a mean burger, so like...
I don't believe that.
But not a meat burger. A mean one, but
not a meat burger. No.
You can't make a mean burger without meat. It just doesn't happen. The best veggie burger is not as good as the average double quarter pounder. It's just not possible. Sorry.
That's not factually incorrect.
Not factually
incorrect. You know what? I did not realize that this is obviously not true, because Tanner is way more conservative than this, so this is just a joke. But his most conservative take would be that veggie meat is bullshit and terrible.
No, I don't think veggie meat is bullshit. I think
he thinks people that eat veggie burgers are bullshit. That's what he was saying before the show started.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
I think veggie beef is bullshit, and you cannot make a veggie burger that is half as good as a regular all beef hamburger. You can't fucking do it.
I'm back to beat yours.
I guarantee
dollars to donuts. We'll never know, because you're not going to come to my house to prove me wrong. So,
I'll be there. I'll eat your veggie burgers.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks for that.
Hey, Chris. And then when you're done eating the kids' meal, I'll make you a real burger.
You're gonna make him go from Syracuse to Bama? Damn.
Yeah.
That's a friendship you got.
Road trip style.
Yeah, I'm busy. I'm busy hanging out with Sam.
Wow. Okay, Chris. I'm gonna load up your burger with Benadryl.
Why are you always loading things with Benadryl?
It's called a throwback.
Oh, okay.
I think it's just called a callback.
Nope, throwback.
I think a throwback is a little something different. Throwback. Boom. That's where you're popping your butt out. You're throwing back.
That's twerking, Sam.
No, that's okay. That's a little too weird. Anyway, what are we doing right now? There's no questions being asked. Eamon had a question from 3 weeks ago that I want to get to about breakfast, but it's not going to be this week, it feels like. We're already 2.5 hours deep.
We're 3.5 hours deep? Oh no, 2.5. Okay, I was like, what happened to my life?
Dan's like, my recording's only 75 minutes.
I'm going to start recording now, any second now.
Yeah, as soon as I get OBS up, we're going to be cooking. Are y'all ready for the show? Oh, man. Hell yeah. Hey, next week, Violent People Radio turns 10 weeks old.
Who would thunk it?
Not me.
See you next week.
Very happy to celebrate without Tanner.
Yeah, I won't. Hey, I won't be here. I'll be having some important meetings about the future of violentpeople.co at the House of Mouse. What does that mean? You'll find.
Hey, if you donate to the Ko-Fi, we might be able to afford a .com.
Let's just say Wet Hot American Dragon Summer 2. I'm going to say it right now, exclusively on Disney Plus.
I don't even know what that means.
I think you do.
They don't have written articles there.
Yep.
They do now.
They're literally going to get somebody using Fraps. Y'all remember Fraps? The screen recording program a lot of Let's Players used in the early 2010s.
I thought you meant like a frappe.
They're going to go to our website and just scroll the article. And then you're going to get to read it.
Hey, I'm on Twitter.
Can it be read by our favorite Disney characters?
I want Goofy.
I don't want to give too much away, but we may have been contacted about being in Kingdom Hearts.
My profile pic on the Twitter.com is me with Goofy. It's a big deal.
Hey,
I have a picture with Goofy.
Listening in, and you are going to be a writer for Wet Hot American during the summer. Like, update your picture and stuff. Update your bio. It's good for you. I know Tanner's probably going to give you all this information super late, and he's not going to tell you, hey, do this. I recommend it.
Listen, people can do what they want.
I went back and I retroactively added Starbucks to everything Tanner wrote.
Yeah, when I've had a chance.
Listen. When you shine as bright as me, you don't need a Starbucks.
Yeah, I definitely knew when it was Tanner's piece. Let me tell you.
Shine as bright as.
Is this episode over?
No, I think we're just getting started. What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 9 of Violent People Radio.